I not too long ago reacted and listened to Lou Reed. Well, I guess it was Velvet Underground, but Lou Reed, Velvet Underground, and Nico. That album by Velvet Underground and Nico. Um, I decided this month for my album tour that I wanted to listen to both a Lou Reed album and a Nico album because I really, really liked what I heard of Velvet Underground. And while I'm going to be revisiting Velvet Underground, I wanted to hop into both of the vocalists that made that album kind of what it was. I mean, it really was an incredible one to me. And when I knew Nico's voice because of the song "These Days" being on the movie Royal Tenenbaums, which if you followed my channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan. Like, absolutely love every single one of his movies. He's my all-time favorite director. And his honestly, my music taste has heavily been influenced by the score of his movies. Um, so hopping into Chelsea Girl feels like a very natural fit for my musical journey. And I'm pretty excited about it because Nico has one of the most unique voices I have ever heard. Certainly, like the voice of Walking in Rain and Thinking. Um, Very, very pensive sounding, very melancholic, but also a little bit hopeful. Um, so I'm definitely eager to hop in. Guys, I'm gonna hit the play button on this thing. Before I do, in chat, have you heard this album before? Yes or no? Are you listening with me for the first time, or are is this one you're familiar with? I'm gonna hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. These people over here are actually the best people. We would love to have you by. Guys, without further ado, let's hop into Chelsea Girl. It seems like a lot of us are in on this for the first time. So, first time, the VU and Nico album is your only Nico exposure. Okay. Well, I got to tell you, these days really hit me so hard. It was absolutely a song I listened to in sad days of my life and kind of felt understood by. So I'm excited to see. Also, do you guys give me context if you happen to have like songwriting things that pop up? But here we go. The Fairest of the Seasons. Listen to this acoustic. Chelsea Girl was produced by Tom Wilson, who added string and flute arrangements against the wishes of Nico. Much of the album features instrumental work and songwriting credits from Velvet Underground members Lou Reed, Sterling Morrison, and John Cale. The song I'll Keep It With Mine was written by Bob Dylan, while three songs are by Jackson Brown, who contributes guitar. Got it. He wrote tracks 1 and 2. This intro, okay, so the guitar part sound, because the intro does sound like These Days to me. That guitar tone, do 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 do. The electric guitar being fingerpicked. Like folk being played on a Stratocaster.
Now that the hour hand is landed at the end, now that it's real,
Whoa.
now that the dreams have given all they had to lend, I want to know, do I stay or do I go and maybe try another time? And do I really have a hand in my forgetting?
I totally missed that scene.
Now that I've tried, now that I've finally found that this is not the way, now that I turn, now that I feel it's time to spend the night away, I want to know, do I stay or do I go and maybe finally split the rhyme?
Wow.
And do I really understand the undernetting?
She throws
yes,
the rhyme.
And the morning has me looking in your eyes and seeing mine, warning me to read the signs carefully.
The strings and this guitar picking sound really has me won over. Her voice, I think, is just speaking very much into what I had said about her being the voice of Walking in the Rain. The minimalism is huge, and I even feel like the character Margot in Royal Tenenbaums almost kind of feels like this vibe, like almost like Uma Thurman's character like is modeled after her. Actually, that's not Uma Thurman. Wow, why did I say Uma Thurman? I know it's not Uma Thurman. Is it? You, you know who I'm talking about. Either way, I'm just saying she kind of reminds me of that character. Gwyneth Paltrow, thank you.
Now that the candle's falling smaller in my mind, now that it's here, now that I'm almost not so very far behind, I want to know, do I stay or do I go?
The mixing and mastering is way better than VU and Nico. And the strings here.
And do I really have a sound that I can ride on? Now that I can, now that it's easy, ever easy all around. Now that I'm near, now that I'm falling to the sunlight center sound, I want to know, do I stay or do I go? And do I have to do just one?
Like, it's kind of a song about having your cake and wanting to eat it too. Sorry, I got to sneeze maybe. Still battling being a little sick. Man, I guess the sneeze isn't going to happen. I really want it to, though. Ugh, this whole album should be played in the rain. I mean, honestly, this is such a pensive song. It says Aaron Copland and Jackson Brown wrote it. I wonder who who wrote the lyrics for this particular song, or was it the guitar player and Aaron Copland? This song is so like kind of hauntingly beautiful, and the way she delivers it has just got me really moved.
I want to know, do I stay or do I go? And do I have to do just one? And can I choose again if I should lose the reason?
What's up, Hound?
Yes, and the morning has me looking in your eyes and seeing mine, warning me to read the signs more carefully. Now that I smile, now that I'm laughing even deeper and beside, now that I see, now that I finally found the one thing I denied, it's now I know, but do I stay or do I go? And it is finally I decide that I be leaving in the fairest of the seasons.
So she ends up, it's like now that she's smiling, now that she's happy, and she's like, kind of found the things that she's denied, she decides to go. Like, she walks away from happiness conscientiously, and she recognizes that, or you think the feeling of letting go. I don't know. This is, I like that that this is one of those songs that you can just sit here and try to interpret lyrically, and it could mean a couple of different things. But again, like, I think the way that she delivers it is just huge. Honestly, this next song, I have a couple of like really big hard memories with. So I'm very familiar with the next song only, but it's one of those songs I don't frequently revisit because of the time in my life that it represents. Dude, it's up there. Best scene in the best movie ever made. I don't know. I gotta think about it. The cooking scene in Goodfellas in prison scene is real good.
I've been out walking. I don't do too much talking these days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do.
He wrote it when he was 16.
And all the times I had the chance to.
Where is My Mind, Fight Club?
And
I really think that this is one of those songs that speaks so purely into the human condition, dude. Especially if you're an introspective person or a pensive person, that, you know, gets hit with the sad from time to time. Or have just lived through grief and like reflect on that period of grief later. I feel like this song is a really good spelling out of it.
I stopped my rambling. I don't do too much gambling these days. These days I seem to think about how all the changes came about my way. And I wonder if I'd see another highway. I had a lover. I don't think I risk another these days. And if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I have made in song, it's just that I've been losing so long. I won't do too much scheming these days. These days I sit on cornerstones and count the time in quarter tones to 10. Please don't confront me with my failures. I had not forgotten them.
I really, um, I can remember looking back and thinking in my life that everything really, really, really sucked, and that I would likely never feel better, or that there would be some form of me that was always going to be hurt or sad or upset. And when I looked at my life, I'd recognized that I had stopped dreaming, and I was living in these days. And I was so sure that I would constantly be reminded of all of my failures. And I guess when I hear that song, I can reflect on being that guy. And I've commented on this in my videos before, but I can remember being the person that walked through grief. I can also say right now that not everything sucks forever. And after a period of life alone, I'm in a very different position where I have found love again, and I have found happiness. And the things that made me feel like these days changed just the same as I did. And I guess if you happen to be in these days, it's important to me that you hear it from the perspective of somebody that can look back and remember being the guy that was in those days, and who's currently living in the blessing that is not being in those days. Um anyways, uh I love you guys. I It is a gift to now be able to hear this song and remember having those big feelings in the moments that this song most related to me. Um, and it's amazing to kind of see how a song evolves with a person, you know? There is um, one of the most heartbreaking moments of my whole entire life to this song. And now I have, I guess, a memory of being able to hear this song and remember being that guy with the understanding that I am now this guy. And it's kind of special. And I guess my prayer is if you find yourself in these days, you see yourself to out of them. Lou Reed composed this one.
Don't call me home, little sister, before the night is done. My love and I are fleeing.
John Cale, also from
Running into the sun. Don't you fly.
The use of the orchestral instrumentation in the woodwinds is amazing. And these little synth sounds.
Please don't stay.
Okay.
Take up all your jewels and gold.
Her accent makes me happy.
Bury them away in the earth. Let your memory
I'm sorry, Garrett. I just read what you typed, and it brought me back to full circle of you saying earlier that she didn't like that those got added in there. But I was sitting here thinking how nice they've been. I'd be interested to hear the album without it and see if it hits just as hard.
Bury them away in the earth. Let your memory reduce them to dust.
Dang, I feel really bad for liking this album knowing that Nico does not.
Don't forget the knife that was thrust. Don't you fly, go away, little bird, please don't stay. Fare thee
Is so nice. It is sad that an artist doesn't get to have their vision put through because it gets taken from them, but this album is wonderful all the same. Like, this instrumentation is wonderful. I also kind of feel the same based on what I've heard about her going optimal. And I honestly, after everything I've researched on Elvis lately, I would almost say the same thing about Elvis.
Frozen kiss by the fountain, running in.
I feel like a lot of indie rock would go on to be inspired by this album.
Where shadows true,
Band of Horses in particular.
Their horrors designed for music. Don't you fly, go away, little bird, please don't stay. Fare thee well.
Frozen kiss by the fountain running into the sea, where shadows choose their horrors designed for music. Turn to fly, go away. Little bird, please don't stay. Fare thee well. I think Lou Reed's just up there with one of my, like, his writings really do just tell it like it is. I commented on the comparison between Lou Reed and Bob Dylan and their similarities as well as their difference in writing style. Like, they had a similar approach to certain songs vocally, but their writing style, like Dylan is super abstract and Lou Reed just tells it like it is, like heroin. And Bob's like, hey man, like other stuff than the stuff and that means heroin. Ooh. Okay, the flute's killer here.
Eyelids that curtsy with age is freezing the stairs on tyranny swings.
It does feel like they kind of took like an electric folk concept with her here, though.
The bitterness heart and warmth of your skin is diseased with familiar caresses. flowing from splendid royal decay, among all their triumphs and jaded awards.
I love that they throw the rhyme.
The angry and blazing circus of sun blasphemes as the crown prince arises.
Like, this is fantastic.
Cannot beget all the sins that you owe to the people of paradise magic.
Though I could see it being different, like when I imagine taking out the strings and the flutes and like putting in a drum there with this just low finger picked guitar. There definitely could have been other directions to go. It does feel sad to me. The more I listen to this and hear these things, the more it sticks out to me, like that it made her sad that these things are in here. Like, when you're an artist and you put your heart into something, I know the feeling of what it's like to have your music changed. I know it's a bad one. So I don't know. Maybe it's the artist in me that's kind of hurting for as I hear it, but I can still help but be moved by the album. It's such a good album. There's an interesting dynamic in the relationship I'm finding myself having with it, feeling like she didn't like her work and feeling like it was maybe the work of other people.
Tend to answer passion and form with foreign rationalization. Primroses are the jewels that lurk among masks of pleasure that flicker with doubt. Dresses of fate that simultaneously fear to advance and
okay. Simultaneous
of fate that simultaneously fear to advance and demand to be recognized. Shall flow through hollow green faces of caricatures, resentment.
This has not been my favorite. It's good writing, but it's not my favorite. I like the instrumentation a lot. Not the strongest on the song or on the album.
The classical sensitive failures. The worshipping wicked cling to the dark of your heart, lying there in wait with your angels. Moan and ravish from dawn to dusk, the avaricious young lovers.
Wow. This has been not my favorite, but the flute work was exemplary. The next one it was a pleasure then. But yeah, the last one definitely I think was a soft moment compared to the others. Lou Reed and John Cale wrote this as well. I like the noise there in the back. Very ethereal, Nico. Oh, it shows Nico as the main artist and composer.
again.
The guitar is interesting. I'm trying to decide if I like it with what she's doing.
What there was to see when all the Sunday people were so quiet in the dark. Afraid to be better the next day.
Like, there are moments of this that I really like, and then there are moments of this where the guitar and the voice are just almost too far apart that it's like not necessarily mustard or dissonant, but I sit and wonder, like, do I like this? I'm waiting for something else to happen, but like there are moments where it lines up, and it's almost like the most soft tension and release kind of sound I've ever heard. I don't know. Like, and you can hear him in the room walking or stepping. What is this noise like on the floor I'm hearing?
Fell through the cloudy trees onto the grass. Stars to smile with us until they do.
Like, I don't know if this is an intelligible guitar part or just noodling.
In their eyes. Tell us this one tale of how much we must not agree.
Honestly, my impression of Yoko Ono's music, which I have never listened to, by the way, is outside of like what I've heard little snippets of, is something like, but not necessarily this. Avant folk drone. That sounds like what I'm hearing here. I'm impressed with this. I have big mixed feelings about this. blues rock.
Above our shattered minds, it was a pleasure, it was a pleasure.
This is one of those songs that does not hit me right now. And I think about it all night, being like, did I like that friggin' song? And I listen to it when I go to bed. And this is going to be one that's a grower because I'm sitting here questioning it. I don't know how I feel about it. There's so many moments I liked and so many moments I was puzzled by. I'm not immediately averted, but I'm not immediately in love. Like, this moment is awesome, but it's like when you hear them in the room, I almost feel like it would be great at like a poetry reading if I were like on acid. And I know that sounds like so specific, but that's like how I feel about it, I guess. Like, I feel like this belonged in the acid tests, you know? I liked hearing the room. I liked hearing them in the room. I didn't like how sometimes unstructured and it didn't feel like you could replay this again. It's like, but I also don't know that I'd be able to make music like that myself. And maybe that's where my struggle to connect with that one comes in. I'm not sure.
Here's room 506.
This is the title track.
It's enough to make you sick. Bridget's all wrapped up in foil. You wonder if she can uncoil.
Oh, man.
Here they come now. See them run now.
This is side 2.
Here they come now. Chelsea girl.
Love this.
Here's room 115, filled with the Centum Queens.
Filled with what?
Margaro, you wonder just how high they go.
I never saw the movie, so I'll have to check that out, I guess.
See them run now.
This sound is, to me, what she sounds like.
Chelsea girl.
Got it.
Here's Pope dear Undine. Ronest treated him so mean. She wants another scene. She wants to be a human being.
Wow.
Here they come now. See them run now. Here they come now. Chelsea girls. Pepe, she's having fun. She thinks she's some man's son. Her perfect loves don't last, her future dies.
Jeez.
In someone's past.
Jeez. Lou Reed's sad, dude. What's this noise? There's such a pensive nature to this whole thing. I think, honestly, after what I felt was kind of a stinker for the last two songs, this has been a fantastic follow-up. In this instrumental break,
Ingrid's found her lick. She's turned another trick.
more heroin talk.
Her treats and times revolve. She's got problems.
Was Nico doing the heroin with all of the other guys? Like, was Nico doing the heroin with Lou and the boys, or?
Here they come now. See them run now. Here they come now. Chelsea girls. Poor Mary, she's uptight. She can't turn out her light. She wrote Susan in a ball, and now she can't see her at all. Here they come
About the heroin?
See them run now. Here they come now.
Got it.
Chelsea girls. Drop out, she's in a fix. Amphetamine has made her sick.
Oof.
White powder in the air, she's got no bones and can be scared.
Heroin was certainly influenced Lou Reed's early writings, huh?
They come now.
And drugs in general, I suppose.
See them run now. Here they come now.
So is this to imply that Chelsea girls are the druggy kind of type?
Here comes Johnny Ball. He collapsed on the floor. They shut him up with milk, and when he died, sold him for silk. Here they come now. See them run now.
This Here They Come Now, See Them Run
Here
Now,
they
this whole
come
bit,
now.
that little chorus moment.
Chelsea girls.
If the strings were added in later, it does make me wonder what tracks Nico sang over. Like, and I would be interested to hear it with just what, her voice and what she recorded it to, if that makes any sense. Is near Greenwich Village. Okay.
Here they come now. See them run now. Here they come now. Chelsea girls.
This, I think, is one of the better ones on the album. This has been amazing. I have to run an ad, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have 4 songs to go. All right, guys, let's close her down, shall we? And we're coming in with I'll Keep It With Mine. Is this the Bob song? Yeah, this is the Bob song. Unreleased by him at that time. Got it.
You'd search, babe, at any cost.
What album is this on?
But how long, babe, can you search for what's not lost?
I know I've heard it already. I'm struggling to think of it.
Everybody.
Hang on. I can answer this. I haven't heard this. Maybe I just felt like I was familiar with the song. It sounded familiar.
Can you search for what's not lost? Everybody will help you.
She does kind of have a Bob vibe there. Everybody will help you.
Can you search for what's not lost? Everybody will help you. Some people are very kind, but if I can save you any time.
I love this song. It would do fine without the. I'm gonna go back and just let it play through. I'm sorry. The lyrics have got me so moved. Of course, a Bob song.
Search, babe, at any cost. But how long, babe, can you search for what's not lost? Everybody will help you.
I love that. I can hear Bob singing that in my head.
Some people are very kind, but if I can save you any time.
I feel like Bob had to play that for her and teach her how to sing it.
Come on, give it to me. I keep it with mine.
Amazing.
I can't help it if you might think I'm odd. If I say I'm not loving you for what you are, but for what you're not. Everybody will help you discover what you set out to find.
It's such an early Bob writing.
I can save you any time.
I love this so much.
Come on.
This is the best song on the album, I think.
I keep it with mine.
I really like this a lot.
The train leaves.
It's like the most uplifting song on the album.
10:30. But I'll be back tomorrow, same time again. The conductor, he's weary, still stuck on the line. But if I can save you any
I want to listen to this whole song again. I love this.
Come on, give it to me. I keep it with
I guess, known of this album for several years because of a movie, and I'd only ever heard this song. And to think that, to me, that the song I knew wasn't the best song on the album, I'm really happy about it. Ah, I'll keep it with mine. Wow, just hearing Nico's voice, but the Dylan lyrics, and also kind of feeling like you could hear Dylan and her delivery there. There was, and it was such kind of a nice, loving song. I, man, man. Somewhere there's a feather.
Love and learn, take your turn. Somewhere there's a feather falling slowly from the sky. You need not know the reason why. Stand apart, hear your heart. Someday there will be another lover till the end.
Wow.
You
Hear
need
your
not
heart.
hold your breath till then. Don't ask me to explain to you. There's nothing to remain but what we see. Fall and climb, take your time.
It's almost just like a song of encouragement for dealing with a hard loss. And I'm really loving that.
Somehow you must live up to the precedents you've set. You need not hope.
Like,
for
kind of, it's okay that you feel bad.
understanding.
It's okay that you feel bad right now. You won't always.
Don't ask me how I know it now. The future does not show itself to me. So love and learn, take your turn. Somewhere there's a feather falling slowly from the sky.
Pork chops. Welcome by, Renzo.
Not know the reason why.
This song was beautiful. This song really was actually beautiful. And again, just a little song of encouragement and hope. You know, like, it's all the world needs, a little song of encouragement and hope. I've got to say, she's really won me over with the way she performs this stuff. And it's like, it's not conventional sounding at all, like the way she delivers it. But I think because it's so unique, you've heard me use the description of like blue tree in a green forest before. That's absolutely happening here.
Wrap your troubles in dreams, send them all away, put them in a bottle and across the seas they'll stay.
Okay.
Speak not of misfortune, speak not of your woes, just steel yourself for holy death.
A lot of the guitar work I'm hearing in this album reminds me of early Rolling Stones guitar work, particularly the song Play With Fire. If Caesar mentioned, it must be Lou Reed.
Crouching
Got it.
by the door, writhe and sway to music's pain,
Oh, wow.
searing with the sighs, caressed lover's touch, for it shall be your bride.
The way she held Bride there was awesome.
Send them all away.
The flute
Put
there.
them in a bottle, and across the seas they'd stay.
The string.
Slash the gold and whip its snap.
That dun 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 dun.
The earth trembles with our remorse, preparing for to die.
Lou Reed does be writing the 4-2.
Salty ocean waves and sprays come crashing to the shore. Bullies kick and kill young loves down on barroom floors.
Even like the ballroom floors thing, right? The floor. Like I feel like so many like that just long held out thing. It feels like it's reminiscent of a song, but I'm having a hard time pinging it. But like I guess what I'm trying to say is it feels like I hear so much music that was made after this that I'm sitting here thinking like I wonder if this inspired that.
Wrap your troubles and dreams, send them all away.
The jazz flute sound all
Put
throughout.
them in a bottle, and across the seas they'll stay. Violence echoes through the land, and heart of every man. The knife stabs existent wounds, pus runs through mented hands.
It's weird because when I look at Nico and when I look at Lou Reed, they don't look like a people that would familiarize with one another at all. But clearly they're a match made in heaven as far as their artistry.
Cuts early through the midnight air, cutting and treads in its path. Blood runs without care.
Cutting and trails in its path. Blood runs without care. She.
Excrement filters through the brain. Hatred bends the spine. Filth covers the body pores, to be cleansed by dying time.
I almost feel like wrap your troubles in dreams, send them all away, put them in a bottle, and across the seas they'll stay is like escape, like self-medicate, get yourself out of there.
Put them in a bottle, and across the seas they'll stay.
I enjoyed the song. It wasn't my favorite on the album, but it wasn't a bad one. Just didn't sing to me. Eulogy of Lenny Bruce. Lenny Bruce and Lester Banks, birthday party, cheesecake, jelly bean, boom. It's the end of the world as we know it. Who is Lenny Bruce?
I've
That's all in the left ear.
and I don't know why.
Tim Hardin.
But never again
The guitar is all in the right ear.
will we get together to die.
Whoa.
And why, after every last shot, was there always another?
Whoa.
Why, after all you hadn't got, did you leave your life to your mother?
He died of alcoholism. Thus the lyric, why after every shot was there always another?
And Honey Hollow, the singer burlesque queen, how did she know you needed morphine?
They're just really writing it honestly, asking hard questions of death.
Listen to the warning words of your friends, why they told you so.
Wow.
I know you couldn't listen to people talk about what they didn't know.
Such a sadness and a heaviness and an honesty to this. To close the album with closing words to a friend.
But never again will we get together to die. And why, after every last shot, was there always another?
I've had so many people ask me that question.
Why, after all you hadn't got, did you leave your life to your mother?
I'm like actually heartbroken for Nico. That was a heavy and beautiful album. I think I'll keep it with mine. Absolutely stood out as my favorite. And I think the first 3 songs were incredibly strong. The way that she has the ability to just affect one's emotions with her voice, even though the lyrics are often abstract, and even though the lyrics aren't always hers, you believe them as though they are because of the conviction that she sings with. Like it almost feels like she wrote these songs. Like it feels as though she's an empathetic enough artist or an empathic enough artist to be able to feel the feelings or the emotion of the song and kind of embody whatever that persona needs for the song. And I really appreciate that about the way she delivers it. I really found myself moved with this and just kind of sad by how sad she seems, and to think that this beautiful album was something that she couldn't necessarily quite appreciate herself as kind of a sad story at the end of the day. And it certainly affects my judgments on it. I don't know if it's enough for a deep dive, but there's certainly going to be a follow-up. I would absolutely like to continue to see what happened. But I there will certainly be me revisiting songs on this for sure. I'll probably play the whole album again. But it's one of those ones that you kind of live with, and you kind of have to be conscientious of how you're doing yourself and feeling yourself before I could just listen to it, because of the sad, heavy feelings and emotions it comes with. I am a person that will walk around sad if I occupy my day with a lot of sad music. Um, and especially in the way that she delivers it, she can certainly put somebody into heavy, heavy feelings, you know? But yeah, if I continue on with her chronology is the way I would go about it. But yeah, guys, a beautiful album, an absolutely exemplary, wonderful album. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. Until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.